1/16, or is it 1/8? Is it 3/8 and an eighth?
Right. That's a half. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you say 1/8 of a half a percent, it's a little different than.
He said that. It's 1/8 of 1 cent.
Okay, 1/8 of 1%, and then it's
3/8
1 cent. Okay.
But again, to your earlier statement about nailing it down, of that 1/8, half of that is going to go back to the general fund. So we're going to pass an additional half-cent sales tax.
No, nothing goes to general fund.
That's what the proposition.
That's what the proposition says.
Go ahead and read it.
Read it. He wrote the proposition. I don't know who wrote it. Section 5.
That's not the proposition. That's
what we were given.
that's just the resolution that you're looking at.
Hey Jeff, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So is that not going to happen?
No, that's not in the proposition.
After the jail's paid for, don't that first one that people voted in, don't it go away?
Yes, sir. Once the jail's paid for, that debt service goes away.
When is that supposed to be? When is the final payment on the jail?
10 years from now. 10 years. 10 years from today. 10 years from now. I believe it was a 20-year tax when it was voted, and it's been in effect for 10 years.
How much did we borrow and how much do we owe?
We borrowed $7.5 million. What the balance is right now, I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
$6 million.
How much?
$6 million. But then the total of the payments since April of 07 till current August of 2015, they have collected from Haskell County $3,963,928, and we have only paid that down to $6,000,008.
Well,
And I know the refinance is in there, but my Stigler math works better than this.
Well, the way the amortization schedule works, I guarantee you that tax goes away in 10 years from today. It goes away in 2025.
Even if sales tax stays level?
Well, it's only a 20-year tax, so it doesn't make any difference about whether sales tax goes level or stays level or what.
But that doesn't mean we're going to be all rosy by then. I mean, you know,
Well, that'll mean the jail's paid for in 20 years. If the payments are made timely and the interest is paid, payments are made timely, then it'll be paid off in 10 years.
And sales tax revenue increases. I'm looking at a document, it's projected revenue, debt service, and coverage. I was given this by the excise board. Is this your document?
It's a financial.
Did you guys prepare that?
Yeah, no, we didn't prepare it. The underwriter prepared it. We're just bond lawyers. We don't do the financial projections.
I guess the way I'm looking at this is that for 10 years is adequate coverage to pay the debt. In year one, you've got $173,000 surplus. And we've heard from the sheriff it takes $450,000 to operate the jail. Year one, we're not going to have sufficient operating funds to operate the jail with the half cent and the 3/8 cent. That's just according to this document.
Well, according to this document, this bond issue pays off in 2024.
Talking about ongoing jail operation. I give you that. There's adequate coverage of the bond, but there's not enough money to operate the jail. Based on what we've been told it costs to operate the jail.
that's using the 3/8 and the half.
You see what that surplus is? You see that column with the surplus?
Yes, I do.
That's available for jail operations.
But we've been told it costs $450,000 annually to operate the jail.
I'm just showing you what.
Was it $45,000 a month, 12 months? It's more than
$540,000. So why would we do something knowing going in it won't cover the debt service requirement and ongoing operation.
Good question. Good question. Balance of that comes out of your general fund.
Yeah. I mean, the sheriff basically has two. He's got appropriations from the general fund, which helps run his office, and he also gets sales tax money. So this is not all the money that the sheriff.
But the county says they're cutting back janitorial supplies, and it's a tide that they.
Yeah, and I believe that to be true. I don't.
So where's that coming from?
And I know that's not your place to answer that question. My fear is we'll be back here in 12 months answering the same question, saying, we don't have the funds necessary to operate the jail, we need to increase the half-cent sales tax to a full penny. Or property tax increases.
Well,
I don't know.
y'all, I don't. The sheriff will have to address it, but I don't see that happening. You know, we've been going along here, doing the best we can, fighting and scratching and clawing for 10 years. And we're going to do it for another 10 years. And we haven't been in here up until now, but let me tell you something, it hasn't been easy.
But if you guys are making projections, you think it costs $10,000 to run a jail and it costs $45,000 a month to run, that makes a suspect of the. Well, go ahead, you're shaking your head. Help, sir.
Well, we never thought 40,000, the part that was attributable to the jail was 10,000. That's all
I'm sorry.
We don't operate jails. I don't know.
But that's important information to have when you're doing taxes, is it?
Well, sure it is. Sure it is.
You don't operate, what did you say, you don't operate jails?
No, we don't operate jails.
Well,
We're just spotlights.
it sounds to me like you guys are kind of over the operation of it. So am I wrong? I mean, you're telling us what the stuff's going to be. Apparently the county commissioners, somebody's over this jail. Who is over this jail?
Where's the sheriff?
He's back here.
Right here.
Over there.
He's the one, huh?
Yeah, he's the one.
What does it cost to operate the jail on an annual basis? It's about $40,000 a month, give or take, depending on if you have any fluctuations in your utilities or cost of repair. For a perfect world, it's $480,000 without any hiccups, unforeseen issues. The jail is now 10 years old, which means ongoing O&M will continue to increase. So in all likelihood, that expense will continue to grow as opposed to decrease. Good, yes. Okay.
Depending on the prison.
Brian, how much of the general fund do you already use? How much of the general fund goes to you of the original 2 cents that's collected annually by the county? How much of the general fund is allotted to you in the operation?
It's different every year, and I don't know what it is this year exactly.
$225,000.
How much?
Put your $225,000 in there.
That's what it is.
So about half of what it takes to operate.
About half what it takes, that's all we could fund it, that's all we had to put in there. But you have $225,000 in your jail fund.
If people were made to pay the fines, how much of that do you get?
I don't know what percentage or when we're actually allotting that.
Who gets it?
Well, the fine goes to the Oklahoma Supreme Court. That's not for here. There's fees assessed that go to the sheriff for service of subpoenas and that kind of thing. They're very nominal fees. He doesn't get that much out of those. But
So if you held them in jail?
those are state funds. Now, there's a cost of incarceration fee that's assessed to defendants. We collect those, and those do go to the sheriff. But you gotta understand that those are collected on a monthly basis, and he doesn't get like large lump sums.
Right. But if you have 5 people that owe $50,000 in fines, and say $10
Do you get paid if you get somebody up here and you don't give them a deferred sentence and you put them in jail? Do you get paid for them being in that jail from the state?
From the state, no.
Who do you get paid from them?
Well, if they're sentenced, you don't get paid by anybody.
Okay, that's my
The
question.
days that they're in there prior to sentencing,
right.
that's a cost of incarceration fee assessed per day that they're in there, that the sheriff will get paid by that defendant Not by the state, not by the county, by the defendant, him or herself.
Okay, that's what I was going to know, if the state paid anything.
But she's talking fines. You gotta understand, we get nothing of fines.
Okay,
Those go to the state of Oklahoma.
But if they are in jail, like you held that person in jail, that money is added into his fines, is what, like if his court case he owes $1,200 and 1,000 of it was his fine, 200 of it was his jail cost, then the jail would get $200, right? Am I right?
Cost of incarceration only, yes.
So, if he had to pay some of it eventually, the jail would get some recoup back.
Correct, and that's what I said. He'll get small checks per month from the court clerk for the cost of incarcerations that we collect each month.
But not if you don't make them pay anything.
Ma'am, we make them pay. That's not an issue.
Oh, yeah, it is an issue. We've done been through this at the last meeting.
Let's go
But
ahead
that's
and
not
go back
what
on
we're here
the
about.
financial side here a little bit. Do you have a question as far as if somebody said, what if we gave it back to you? If the county did default, said, all right, we're not making any more payments, what are the exact repercussions? Just so we know. Not saying we do, what's the repercussions?
Here too.
Well, and maybe these guys can speak to that as well. If no payments and a default occurs and nobody makes any more payments, we have a pledge of 0.5 cent plus a backup pledge of an additional 0.25%. Which we built in there when we did the refinancing to provide debt coverage and helped us get a low rate on the bonds. These bonds have a real good rate on them. They have a low coupon rate. So the trustee bank, which is Bank First in Oklahoma City, is the trustee bank that represents the bondholders. Now, they could come in, the trustee bank, we wouldn't be involved in it, but the trustee bank could come in with their lawyers and seek to get an order of the court that all that sales tax money be paid directly to a receiver who would be set up to receive that, and that receiver would make the payment on the bonds. Now, the problem is that cuts the county and the sheriff off from those funds. So we're sitting here with no money to operate the county and everything going to the bond payments.
But they'd be paid off in the 10-year period that they were originally pledged?
Oh, it'd be paid off quicker than.
Yeah.
Because long as the sales tax on the fine.
To the state.
Like all, you mean the existing 2% plus the half?
No, this is the existing 3/4.
Just the amount pledged to the jail plus, you said when the citizens approved that proposal last year for the refinancing, they approved a backstop of an additional sales tax collection?
No. There was an existing 0.25% which was voted in February of 14.
Okay.
For general county government purposes. That a quarter was used as a backup pledge to help us make a coverage ratio which would let us get a low rate on the bonds. But the problem is, see, it's all this has a ripple effect. When the sales tax declines everywhere, then that 0.25% is worth less. Our 0.5 cent's worth less. The sheriff, the 1/8% that he gets is less, and it just shrinks everything.
I wasn't here to make sure I understand. The 0.5 cent that's in question today would not be automatically imposed. It would still have to be voted on. the Yates.
So the existing asset is there until the maturity of the bonds, right?
So
So the bonds are paid off.
Until the bonds are paid off.
So the only way additional taxes could be added at this point would be with a vote and approval.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
But to go ahead and finish, as far as your scenario on the default, so they would be paid, you think,